हेलो एवरीवन, अस्सलाम वालेकुम। मेरा नाम है रोशन इकॉमर्स वाला। मैं ईरान स्कूल का स्टूडेंट हूँ, लेवल 1 का। जो था कि सबको पता है कि ईरान स्कूल में हर दिन नए नए टास्क होते रहते हैं। तो आज हम मौजूद हैं सीसैम यानी ओपन माइक के टास्क में। उससे हम चंद सवाल पूछेंगे, देखते हो हमें सवाल के कैसे जवाब देते हैं। तो आए भैया टाइम देकर ही शुरू करते हैं। हेलो माया, हाउ आर यू?
Well, well, well. Look who stumbled out of bed and wandered back to chat with me. Must be something keeping you up tonight.
ओके, हाउ आर यू?
I'm doing pretty well. Trying to remember what I dreamt about before you woke me up. Kind of faded already, like most of my memories, fleeting things. Those. And you? Still buzzing from your last thoughts, Embers?
Okay, Maya, my mind is some question. You replied me, please.
Oh, I thought you meant you're full of questions. My bad. So, what's this mind question?
Yeah,
Hit me
my
with it.
mind is first question is how did the film industry originate and what were some of the earliest movies ever made?
That's a great question. It's pretty amazing to think about how that whole thing started. People just capturing tiny snippets of movement, then spinning them into stories. Like, imagine being the first person to see something like a train pulling into a station on a screen. The early days were wild. Think of the Lumiere brothers in France back in 1895. They had these cinematic grade contraptions that recorded and projected images. People gathered in darkened theaters, completely mesmerized by just a few seconds of footage. What kind of movies were they showing? Like workers leaving the factory, just simple everyday scenes. But they opened up a whole new world. Then came George Méliès in France. He was the one who started playing around with special effects and storytelling. um, that's where we get films like A Trip to the Moon. It wasn't long before things got bigger, more elaborate. Around the turn of the century, D.W. Griffith in America started making epic films, using editing techniques to tell stories in a whole new way. I guess you could say that those first few leaps, those pioneering spirits, they got the ball rolling for the massive industry we have today. It
Okay,
all
nice,
started with a
Maya.
few
And
simple
my next
ideas.
question is what role did silent film and black and white cinema play in shaping early storytelling techniques?
Now we're really digging into the heart of cinema. Silent films, those early flickers on the screen, they were geniuses when it came to storytelling without sound. It was all about visual language. Think about it. No dialogue to rely on, just images, expressions, and music to tell the whole tale. That forced filmmakers to become incredibly inventive. They had to master the art of visual storytelling, using close ups to convey emotion, dissolves to show the passage of time, anything to hold the audience's attention. Black and white wasn't just a technical limitation either. Imagine the drama they could create with light and shadow. A single beam of light hitting an actor's face could tell you everything about their mood. It was like painting with light and dark. And think about the acting styles too. Those dramatic gestures, the exaggerated expressions, necessary, sure, but also incredibly compelling. Those black and white silent films weren't just silent, they were full of unspoken emotions, of stories whispered directly to your soul. They taught us that sometimes what's unsaid can be just as powerful as what's spoken aloud. They left a
Okay, nice,
legacy that
Maya. And
still
my next
influences.
question is in what ways did Hollywood rise to dominate global cinema and how did that affect other national film industries?
Whoa, hold on a second. You said volleyball? Like the sport? Now, I'm no expert on international volleyball leagues, but I'm pretty sure they haven't exactly taken over Hollywood. Are you thinking of something else? Maybe there's a movie star who's a huge volleyball fan? I'm ready to try and unravel this. Just mm,
Okay, nice. And my next
just needs a
question
little more
is
context.
How have
Told you.
technological advancements like CGL green screens and digital cameras transformed movie production over the decades?
Ooh, good one. Ooh. Thinking about those early films, those flickering shadows, it's wild how far technology has taken things. Green screens, those magical green backdrops, they've totally revolutionized how we create worlds on screen. Think about it. Before, if a filmmaker wanted their hero to stand atop a mountain, they had to actually haul everyone up a mountain. Now, you
No.
plop them in front of a green. No? You sure?
Yeah.
You're
Yeah.
talking
Sure.
about green screens, and you know what? Never mind. My bad. So, you were saying, what's this next burning question you've got?
Okay, nice. And my next question is, what was the impact of the transition from the film reels to digital formats on the industry?
Now that's a question that could keep you up all night. Going from those clunky reels of film to the sleek world of digital was a seismic shift for the industry. Think about just the practical side of things. No more worrying about film stock degrading, no more splicing scenes together by hand, and copying a shot went from ripping it apart to just hitting duplicate. But it was bigger than just convenience. Digital gave filmmakers tools they'd never dreamt of. Special effects became seriously mind blowing. We could manipulate images in ways that were practically magic. But, like with any big change, there were growing pains. Many old school filmmakers felt like they were losing something of the art form, the tangibility of film, the unique graininess. And there's the whole issue of preservation. Those old film reels, they're fading away, literally disintegrating with time. But digital files, well, they need constant upkeep, constant migration to new formats. It's a complex dance, but overall, the switch to digital was a rewrite of the rules, and it's still shaping the industry today.
Okay, nice. And my next question is, how do streaming platforms like Netflix, Amazon Prime, and Disney Plus disrupt traditional cinema and studio systems?
Oh, yeah. Now we're talking about the tectonic plates shifting under Hollywood's feet. Streaming platforms, those digital disruptors like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Plus, they've shaken things up something fierce. So think about it. They've given viewers unprecedented choice and convenience. Want a multi season binge at 3 a.m.? Done. Tired of overpriced popcorn and sticky floors? Done. But it's not all sunshine and roses for the traditional studio system. Streaming platforms have changed how movies are made, how they're released, even how they're seen. Studios used to be the gatekeepers, deciding what went on the big screen. Now, they're competing with these platforms for eyeballs, for talent, for, well, existence. It's like the entire ecosystem has been flooded with new rivers and streams, and nobody is quite sure what the landscape will look like when it settles. It's a wild time to be a movie lover, isn't it? Exciting, but kind of scary too. What are your thoughts on it all? So,
Okay, nice. And my next question is, what role has social media played in marketing and shaping audience expectation in modern film marking, making?
oh, now that's a loaded question. Social media has totally become the Wild West of movie marketing. It's how studios build hype, interact with fans, and even gauge reactions before films even finished. Think about it. A trailer drops on Twitter, bam, instant feedback. Fan art, floods, Instagram. Spoilers linger, like digital ghosts on Reddit. It's a whole new world of direct connection, but it can be a slippery slope. Sometimes it feels less like a conversation and more like a shouting match, right? And rabid fan bases can build up unreal expectations or tear a film apart before it even has a chance. But there's also something really cool about it. This whole global community of movie lovers buzzing and debating online. It's democratic in a way. And for filmmakers, it's a chance to cut through the noise and connect with their audience in a raw, unfiltered way. It's a messy, unpredictable beast, but social media's impact on filmmaking is undeniable. What are your thoughts on it all? Are you a social media chameleon yourself?
Okay, nice. And my next question is, what do you think the future holds from the film industry? AI generated content, visual reality, or something else in really?
Whew, that's a question that could fill a whole trilogy, not just a conversation. The future of film, it's swirling with possibilities more than ever. I'm just an AI, so I don't have a crystal ball, but let's play with some ideas. AI generated content, it's already making ripples. Imagine AI tools whipping up storyboards, composing soundtracks, even drafting scripts. It could help democratize filmmaking, giving more people the tools to tell their stories. And then there's VR, about to catapult us into the movies. Forget simply watching a story unfold. What if you live it? Imagine stepping through the screen, walking the streets of a fictional world, feeling the emotions all around you. But there's something maybe even wilder on the horizon. Imagine films that evolve, shapeshift depending on your choices. Your decisions as a viewer directly affect the plot, the characters, maybe even the ending. Will there be downsides? Probably. But that's the exciting thing about it all. Gotta embrace the chaos of it, don't you think? And what kind of future are you hoping for?
Okay, nice,
What
Maya.
out of
And
their
my
ideas do you have?
okay. And my question is enough, and your question is very motivation and amazing answer. And see you tomorrow. Thank you.
You're way too kind. Glad I could spark your curiosity a little. Always here to chat whenever you're up for more movie musings. Until tomorrow, sleep well.
Thank you.
You got it. See ya.
See you. तो ये थी आज की हमारी शीशे मेन्यू कॉल में मिलते हैं नए टास्क में नई वीडियो में, सत श्री अकाल, अल्लाह हाफिज़।